What's going on, guys? Bonafide Hustler here.
Raiken Profit.
And today's show is going to be really short, but we want to clear up some things and answer a bunch of questions all at once regarding our room. But I'm the Bonafide Hustler, and I'm in Austin, Texas. I'm one of the admins of the Green Room, which is a paid Facebook group that we run with Raiken Profit, College Picker, and Young, otherwise known as Retro Aficionado. We come from all parts of the country. We share the most amazing thrill for the hustle, which is the buying and reselling of goods. And what we did is we just paired up, about 2 years ago, and we formed a Facebook group. And we want to answer questions about that Facebook group because it is actually a paid Facebook group. Yeah. And we have some really interesting information we want to let people know out there. There seems to be a little bit of confusion about what's it like in the Green Room. What do I get when I get in there? How do I sign up? And so we want to alleviate a little bit of this confusion right here live. So if you're watching this right now, you can type in your questions. We're looking into YouTube, which is a feed right here. Now, if you're on Periscope, go to Raiken Profit's Periscope. We got that going too. So if you have any questions, let's begin them right now.
Awesome. So let's see. We got a lot of people in the comments section right now. A lot of people just saying hello, interacting. See some Green Room members in there as well. We got Florida Flanks. Let's see. Bucket the Weed. Do you see any questions in there, Bonafide? Any questions?
More comments right here.
All right, cool. I know there's some people talking a little bit on Periscope. But also, yeah, while you're looking for a comment, one thing I want to say as well is for the people who don't know me, I actually started reselling about 3 years ago. I'm from Connecticut, and I started on eBay and Craigslist, moved to Amazon FBA. I've done Kindle publishing, and pretty much if there's a way to make money online, I'm either going to try it or I'm already doing it. But yeah, like Chris was saying, there was a lot of people asking questions, so we really want to clear things up. And also, we got a great deal going on. And today's the last day for this special Green Room.
Yeah, we have a really interesting. Oh, look at that! The thing's kind of like. Chill. It's doing some weird stuff. So let's get off this one cam. And
is it that camera
it just so much like the bandwidth, I think. So okay, so we're back to the normal camera of the iPhone.
Got a question. Someone asked if I purchase into the Green Room, how long until I get approved and I get lit into the room?
Okay, so one of the things that we did is in order to provide the most content out to the room, we were doing the gatekeeper thing. It was sometimes me, it was a lot of times Young. And in order to provide the most content to the room, we started automating that entire thing. Of course, yeah. That's the thing about business. It takes, you have to make some mistakes and you have to have some setbacks in order to grow and go forward. So what we did is we automated the entire thing. We have VAs on the entire thing. And there's about 24 to 48 hours on return time to get into the room. So once you pay 24 to 48 hours, you'll be in the room.
And to be 100% honest with you, we hired her about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks.
And right when we brought her on board, I mean, the Green Room's just been exploding. And we probably had about 30, 35 people come in the last few days. So we apologize. We are a little bit backlogged, but no worries. We're going to take care of you and get you in the room for sure. Another question was, and we could both touch on this, Chris, is what's the core purpose of the Green Room? Which is a great question because I tell you right now, for anyone watching, anytime you invest your money in a course, a membership site, ours, anybody else's, you want to know, like, what's the purpose of it? What's the culture like? So maybe you could touch on that a little bit, like maybe in like a couple words. What do you think the purpose is of the Green Room?
The purpose of the Green Room right now is this, but not limited to this. So its core purpose is to really help you grow forward with your reselling business, to help you grow forward with your reselling business financially. So that's the core purpose of the room. And by reselling, we mean the buying and selling of goods, finding the garage sales, estate sales, yard sales, flea market, swap meets, pawn shops, and putting on places like eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, antique booths, consignment stores, things like that. So that's the core purpose. At its very core, I think everyone has joined in to learn more about how to make their business better. And then what's the other part of that question?
There was actually another question. That was pretty much the main question there, but someone was asking about, is there anything to do with like private label and wholesale and more of the advanced like Amazon FBA techniques inside the Green Room?
Yeah, we have some people in the Green Room that have that are engaged in private label. They're on their 5th, 6th product, and they have a fair amount of, I would say, it looks like experience, because any kind of private label question that comes up, it seems like 1, 2, or 3 of our members are just, they're already on it even before we can say anything. Now, full disclosure, I'm not in private label yet. I plan to get into it a certain way later, but it doesn't really have to do with the Green Room. But I will actually get into it, and I'll obviously share my experiences with it. You, on the other hand,
I just invested in Andy Slamman's a good buddy of mine. I invested in his course, and I'm just starting to learn about it. I'm a couple weeks into it, so I'm definitely stacking up a lot of knowledge. But I'd say there's other people in the green room who have a lot more knowledge. I haven't even launched my first product yet, but it's in the near future, and I see the direction being private label for sure. And our good buddy Cody Hawk, who's no longer an admin of the green room yet, he's a really good friend of ours still. He's in there, and he just launched the Geek Buds, the toy line,
the entire toy line.
Yeah, so
emoticons, stuffed emoticons, stuffed characters, down to skateboard bushings, all that kind of stuff, shirts, hats. So he's definitely a private label guru. And I can tell you right now, if you just want some free private label help, I mean, his channel is like one click away on YouTube under Cody Hawk.
And someone mentioned, I just don't have the money to join. I guess I'm out of luck. And maybe you could touch on, like, you know, the green room, not as a necessity, but just as a tool. There's obviously, you know, and I'm trying to be 100% transparent. That's something that we're both proud of, that, you know, we don't want to be the type who are like, you have to join the green room. It's the only way. Like, it's a tool. Like, and for the people out there who don't have the money, what's your advice to them?
Right. Well, I can honestly say, like, look, I mean, $100 a year, while we might go like, well, you know, that doesn't seem like a whole lot to us. We realize that people are in like crazy financial situations across the U.S.
This is a good amount of money,
world,
yeah.
Right? And $100 can be a really daunting kind of thing to shell out to, you know, maybe someone that you just saw on YouTube and you're like, it sounds like a great idea. I think for the people that have followed us over the past 2 or 3 years, they go, wow, $100 to learn more about what they're doing and get around to 400 other people's brains. Like, we have a pretty decent membership right now, right?
We're almost at 400 members now. We've been doing this for what, two and a half years now?
Yeah, we're growing it slowly, and we want to keep it nice and quaint and small for many reasons that we'll get into later. But for the most part, let's take that $100. It's divided by 12 months, and it really comes down to about $8.33 a month. Now, if you look at that, though, it really doesn't, you know, feel like it affects you that much. I mean, if you really want to get your game into the next level, you got to look at the green room as a tool, not like I can't go there, or, you know, you should be looking at this as an opportunity. Like, I need to have that because I want my business to do better.
And there's a ton of tools out there. We got Chad, Golden Finger Picker, Chad in the group. He's got a free Facebook group, tons of information.
Yes.
There's many tools out there. It's just one thing that we pride ourselves over at the green room is, you know, it's the group of people that we have. It's like a big family. It's close knit. You know, while some of these other Facebook groups, I mean, they're free. A lot of them are huge. Sometimes it's hard to get your attention, but I wouldn't rule any of those out. If you're on a budget, I'd recommend going out over to these Facebook groups, watching YouTube videos. When I was first started, man, $100 was a lot of money to me when I was first getting started. It might not be right for everybody.
That's true.
Let's just be real.
I think it's the perfect time in the show also to shout out the right kind of Facebook groups to go into. So these are some of the ones that I like a lot. Lego investing is pretty cool. It's a free Facebook group.
I've heard
you can learn a lot of cool things about Lego. Shout out to Lego just in general. We had a show yesterday about Lego, blow your mind. Go check it out on my channel. But outside of that, we have the Reseller Society. We have the Thrifting Lounge, right? And I think there's one more. I want to say it's the Gilman/eBay/Private Label or something like that. That one's about 5,000 so members. The other two are about 16, 17K.
Did you mention Scanner Monkey? They're not free.
I don't know if Scanner Monkey is free.
No, I think they're $20 a month.
So yeah, take that advice on that. And then, you know, there's so many YouTube channels out there. God, I can tell you that the people that are not leaving the community, we got Golden Finger Picker. Okay, that's a good YouTube channel. Like, tons of free videos. Okay, you can check out Global Voodoo as well. Tons of free videos. You can check out Picking Profits. Tons of free videos. Alabama Dusty. We have the FBA Life. We have all these amazing people.
There's so many people.
Yeah,
and a lot of these people have been around for a long time. You know exactly who they are.
Yeah.
So there's tons of information out there. Again, is the green room for everybody? Is it going to solve all your problems? Are you going to join and be a millionaire? Of course not, guys. Let's be real. But it's a great tool because you can surround yourself with like-minded people. And who was it? Jim Rohn, who said you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with most. And I found that true in my life. When I was younger, I was working at the Cracker Barrel. I was hanging out with people, smoking cigarettes, drinking, doing all this dumb stuff when I was younger. And my life was horrible. I was 240 pounds. I was depressed. I was upset. And I'm like, why is my life so bad? And it's because I chose to hang out with all those people. I know obviously these folks watching probably aren't on that level. If you're watching this video, you're probably way above where I was. But I'll tell you right now, it's all about who you hang out with. And it's just, be very careful, and that's why we created the green room, especially why we charge the money for it versus making it free. Because what's your take on a community when somebody pays? Is it more of a serious person, more of a committed?
Yeah, I'd like to think that when someone pays money forward, that you're almost putting your commitment forward. You're like, this is do or die. Like my money's in that pot, and you can choose to sit back. That's totally fine. The only problem is that doesn't really get the community and the culture where it needs to be. So what I find in the green room is there's some lurkers in there, right? We got some silent people that don't say a word, but then every now and then they put a bowl out there, and then everyone goes crazy, and then they realize like we have value.
And they've been watching. You can tell they've been watching when they post these things.
So we created a culture where, you know, it's safe to come in there. It's safe to be a newbie. It's safe to be intermediate, and it's safe to be an expert. On top of that, with $100 a year, which is basically like 4 more hours of this deal, and then we're done with it. At the stroke of midnight, Steve's going to change the price on the computer.
You go to the link. Done. Go to the link in the description if you want to join. It's right below. Also, you could try RaikenProfit.com/thegreenroom. And like we were saying before, it's $100 a year right now. January 15th, which is that tomorrow? It's coming up quick.
I guess it is.
Yeah, tomorrow the price is going up to $200, and you know what? I hate selling. I feel like I'm selling. I don't like selling people. Ask the people in the green room if it's worth it. Really, our main goal right now is we want to gather up a group of people who are committed, dedicated, they're serious, they want to learn. If you're just thinking about it and you're not sure, you don't have much money, and you're like, save the money, because I'll tell you right now, we want the dedicated, the committed, and I tell you, if you join and you're that type of person, you're gonna fit in great, and you're gonna kill it. You're definitely gonna
do well. But the flip side of that is if you're not that kind of person, but you're the kind of person who's willing to pull the slot machine at Vegas with your last quarter, if you're the kind of person who's like, you know what, I just need to change my life. If you're that kind of person, the green room completely will satisfy your needs as well.
There's a lot of questions about, can I join monthly? There's a lot of questions on private label. Let's start with monthly. People want to know if there's going to be a monthly option and what the future holds for that. I think I'll touch on that because I'm kind of in charge of that part of the business. Currently, right now, be 100% honest with you guys, our payment processor, Gumroad, was making us use 2 options. It was forcing us to use a monthly, and it was forcing us to use a yearly. We found that when we offered a low monthly, people were coming in the room. They were kind of being jerks. Some of them were being jerks, not a lot of them, but a few of them, and kind of a little negative. And you could just tell some of the people coming in monthly weren't super committed. Not all of them, probably less than 5%.
Way less than that, man.
So what we did is we jacked up the monthly price to entice people to go with the yearly. Right now it's $60 a month or $100 a year. It's a no-brainer. Don't pay the $60 a month. But again, we're trying to create a culture. We're trying to attract a certain type of person. So are we thinking about doing a monthly? Honestly, it would probably be great for business. We'd probably make more money if we offered monthly, but we want quantity over quality. So I'm going to say no right now. I'm going to be switching some things up and working with Gumroad. But I'm going to say no right there. In terms of private label, again, I'm taking a course. I'm learning. We've got our main man, Cody Hawk at a disposal. Who is it? Stephen Billings, I believe, in the green room, just got his first pallet delivered from China. And man, congratulations, Stephen, if you're watching in the green room. So I see it definitely going that direction. But right now, I think we're more focused on.
Yeah, we want committed people over a year. And then the most important part after that is the retention of those people that have joined. So it's not like we just want you to join, you learn something, and then you're kind of like, You know, our main thing is you come in, you learn something, and you evolve with us. As you see us grow, you grow too. Now, I do want to address something real quick because we can't get to every remark. We can't get to every question. But before you decide, like, you know, I know I have 4 more hours or 5 more hours. Look, it's not a total deadline. Like tomorrow gets $200. That's really the only. If you're in the business of saving money and making, you know, crazy amount with your money, this probably is the best deal ever. It's better than flipping something tomorrow at your thrift store for $100 to $300. I want you to look into the feed, okay, and do some scrolling. And a lot of our members are in the feed. You know, we're not telling them to say anything. We're not telling them to, you know, write whatever. We just told them, hey, there's a show on there. It'd be cool if you could represent whoever wants to, and that's it. So those people, you can ask them any question that you want because we might not get to every single question. All right, Golden Finger Picker, got to run. Steve and Chris are good guys. Good luck. Hey, thanks, Chad, man. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate that.
I actually passed right by Chad in Florida, and I was, unfortunately, Chad, if you were wondering why I didn't message you back, I was so sick. I wasn't even able to message back Mama Profits and my girlfriend. I was so out of it. When I came to you, how messed up was I in Austin? Oh, yeah. So I apologize, man. I wish we could have met up for sure.
He wasn't doing too well when he first got into town. In fact, he was in town for about 3 to 4 days, and I still was like, no, you can't come to my house. My wife was like, no, you can't come to my house. We're all going to get sick.
Infect the whole entire Bonafide palace.
You can't have the space station infected, man.
So there's a lot of people saying to join. Brandon Page, you need to join. I've done 1,200 in the first month.
Yeah, that's amazing.
What's the ROI on $100 into 1,200?
It's about 1,200%. So it's pretty good.
Julie, you want to read that comment?
I like each of you, Green Room admin guys, separately, and love watching your videos. But sorry, bills aside, posted by the members, not admins. I did not find any valuable info throughout the whole year. I'm sorry. Hey, that's nothing. Hey, you know what? We did meet Julie at our last meetup, and this is one of those shows where you can put whatever you want about the green room, and this is a perfect place to do it. So we want to get things out in the open. Appreciate the honesty. Yeah, we do. And if it didn't work out for you, you know, maybe behind the scenes, shoot us a private message, and we'll improve on that. What do you think? And that's a fair statement. But what do you think because I tell you, I've made tons of money off bolos in other groups and in our group, tons of groups. I've made money off bolos in different YouTube videos. For the people out there who aren't able to make money off bolos, which again, maybe it's not for everybody, what advice would you have for somebody who maybe they're in a group and they can't capitalize on their bolos? Are they not going out enough? Or are they not sending in quick enough? What's your opinion? And again, there's no wrong answer. Yeah, bolos are one of those things that it's quite a common question. Like, what happens when the green room gets 500 members? What happens when it gets to 1,000 members? You know, you put one bolo out there. You know, honestly, it takes a decent amount of effort in an individual to act. Okay, so once you see the bolo, now you got to act and go. Now I got to put this entire bolo into my schedule. I got to find those stores. And what you got to realize, not everybody lives in these big towns. Some people live in rural, remote places too. It's a little harder for them to get to the bolos. Not to mention, if you are in a big town, the bolo is great. It's a great thing, but not everyone's going to find it, okay? Case in point, I put a bolo that was for a Zoomer 2.0 funky dog toy, discontinued, but they were at Toys R Us's. This I put back in first week of December. And I think Young found 2. Someone else saw a shelf of 6, didn't clear the shelf, probably kicking himself in the head. Now. But, you know, I paid $90 for each one of these things on FBA. I sold them for $249.99. I found 2 of them, right? And I was like, this is discontinued. This is rare. Put it out in the green room bolo thing, right? And, maybe 10 people found them, right? Really depends. It was an excellent bolo, though. But, I mean, location, timing, luck. Exactly. Location, timing, luck, everything. Like, you know, replenishment schedules of the actual store. So there's a lot of stuff out there that factors into that. You know, if you get saturation of markets, we had one market that was totally saturated on one of the bets that we did with one of the bolos, and everyone in the green room totally accepted the responsibility for it. No one was like, "You're talking about Pie Face?" No, I'm talking about the TMNT Leo 49 megahertz. Oh yeah. We swamped that market. It was only green room members that on the entire market. We swamped the market. We basically killed it. But none of the green room members were like, "Oh man, that sucks. I blame you. I blame you. I blame you." Everyone took full responsibility for that. We all know what we're getting into. FBA is risky, right? But if you get your mind multiplied with 300 members or 400 members, it suddenly becomes a little less risky, right? Absolutely. So anyway. So there's some questions coming in about meetups and what they get if they join the green room. So maybe you want to break down some of the features and benefits. Yeah, features and benefits. Let's talk about, okay, so the meetups. This is one of the very first years where we're going to be doing kind of coastal meetups. Oh, my dogs are going to start barking. Sorry, guys, if you hear my dogs barking. Hit the like button if you like dogs. If you like dogs, that's how you improvise right there. Oh, my God. They're going to keep doing that until she hits the door. Like, not hits the door, but walks gently up to the door and walks into the house. All right, so the meetups, like, we have micro meetups, right? One of which was just covered on my channel. Oh, super awesome ringtone. Okay, it's gone. You want me to touch on the meetups? Or? So there's some micro meetups, right? Okay. So explain the micro meetups versus the gigantic meetup. Sure. So the micro meetups are small little get-togethers, usually sometimes not in the big cities, but maybe in odd towns. Like, for example, I've run some in Connecticut. I've got one going on in Phoenix coming up soon, San Jose. Austin, we had a micro green room meetup the other day. And when I say micro, it's usually planned out maybe like a week in advance. Maybe there's only 10, 20 people. We actually had 25 people come. We planned this one 2 weeks in advance. 2 weeks in advance. Yeah. So they're just smaller kind of get-togethers, one-day events, whereas the big meetup, which is probably one of our most
amazing things that I think we offer in the green room, especially for the real dedicated people, is once a year we have a big meetup in Austin, Texas, and it's in his hometown. And why don't you tell them a little bit about last year's and why somebody who pays $100, how it would benefit them?
So yeah, I mean, we realized that not everybody can make it to the meetup, but one of the things that we did specifically for the meetup was we had it in the central part of we're going to have it in the central part of the country. Probably forever, because it makes it easy. We realize everyone's in different cash situations, right? Some people this year might be coming from the UK, Australia. We don't know.
We've got Australia coming in.
Yeah, we got
That's
someone from
amazing.
Australia coming into this meetup this year. Okay, so it's typically in the middle of the summer. Okay, we put it in a month where there's no school for your kiddos. Like you can bring your kiddos down there. We had a guy from Dallas bring his kiddo and whole family and everything. We do it in Austin, Texas, so it's in the central part of the country, so everyone gets a fair chance on airfare to get there. It's not more expensive for one or the other, really. And then on top of that, if you are a green room member, you come to the meetup, we have certain little micro events. Some of them might have to do with, like, you know, getting out of your comfort zone, some cool nature walks. Garage sailing, which will this year will probably be thrift storing, because we stand to probably have a caravan of 120 people with us this year. And we really can't do that to garage sale people and just swamp them with 120 people. So we tried, if you look at my last couple of videos, you'll see what a swamping of about 25 people looks like at a garage sale. It's really unfair to the seller of the garage sale. It really is. So this year we're gonna be doing, you know, probably thrift store caravan with some pawn shops in there. And then we're also going to have a green room dinner. It's appreciation member dinner. Last year we had it at Salt Lake. We had 57 people turn out. We comped the bill for usually the member, and I think
it's a nice little $2,000 bill that we comp for everybody because we care.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So people trekked all across the USA. Julie was one of them as well. And they came down there, and we, you know, this is not a place with seminars or anything. When they come to town, it's like we hustle, we have fun, we talk to each other, nightly events, you know, we go to bars, we do things that are fun. We show cool things in town, we go hiking in the trail. If you look at the last videos on my channel for that July meetup, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And I don't really think I have to sell that meetup anymore. I think people know that's the best part, one of the best parts of being in the room.
Josh asked, how about pawn shops? I want to get on that hustle. Actually, I've got a book and an audio book coming out soon that's going to be free for all the green room members. So I've actually learned how to make a lot of money from pawn shops. And you know what? If you don't believe me, you should have been at the last micro meetup, because we had Cash Carter, Bonafide. We had Jason, who's in the comments. We tore up that one pawn shop that we went to. Poor pawn shop. It'll never be the poor pawn shop will never be the same. But another feature that we offer in the green room once you get in, because if you're joining, you're going to be like, well, what am I going to get? You're going to get access to the free Facebook group. What's the benefit? You're going to be able to interact with people. There's going to be bolos. You're going to be able to talk to people, make connections, build relationships. And there's just a ton of information. Also, when you get in there, there's free books and courses. My pawn shop book, which is going to be, I believe, $37 in open market. That's going to be free for all the green room members. We've got your Bikes to Bucks guide.
That's free in there right now. If I can find the most current file of my Flip That, you know what, that'll be put in pretty soon. And then we have Antique Booth. What is it called? Antique Booth something.
I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, it's Young's book.
Antique Booth Success, I believe.
Yeah, it's Young's book. No one really knows that it's out there, but it's there. We also have 101, 102.
Killer clothing brands, how to make money with clothing on eBay. Guitar Hero guide in there from Eric, how to make money flipping Guitar Hero items on Amazon, which there's big money in there.
Discount on Blazing Profits and a discount on K-Business Academy.
So you're going to go in there and you're going to get the Facebook. You're going to get all the file section. We're also holding something new we're starting to do, and it's our we've done it before, but we have one going on this Saturday, private shows in the green room. So once per week, there's going to be private shows. We have live shows going on each week. Those are public though, but some of them are private as well. We've got training videos. Tell them about the member spotlight.
Yeah, we're going to have member spotlight. There are a lot of things in the next 3 weeks to a month. It's kind of like we call it the stage 2 of our green room right now. It's going to be right now, effective this week, actually. There's a private show in there. It's hosted by Young, and every week there's going to be some more private shows hosted by Young. We have Bolo recap stuff. Effective last week, it started up. It's where CP takes the college picker takes the best bolos that are found or even hustled or even converted into cash. He puts them into this cool video with music, and then he drops it around every Saturday or Sunday. Also, we are going to have, and we're working on a little micro FBA, like 0 to hero course, where you can go from knowing nothing about FBA to launching your first shipment out the door. So that's one thing that we're working on in the next month or two. We also have a website, and it's pretty much almost done. There's going to be some beta testing in about 2 weeks. I think the guy's turnaround is probably 4 or 5 days from now.
Yeah, the whole site's already done. We had an issue for a while. We were supposed to launch it last year. We had an issue with the members login and a bunch of boring administration, HTML junk that I'm sure none of you care about. We've got past that big hurdle. The site's done. We're just getting it redesigned a little bit right now. And someone was asking about the private shows and training videos. Are they going to be rehashed? Are they going to be stored somewhere? Yes. So when you join the green room in about a month, or less, you're going to get access. You're going to get a special login and password to our website where you're going to get all of our private shows hosted over there. You're going to get training videos. You're going to get all our files, all our books, member spotlight. We're going to have a ton of stuff over there. So we're continuing to continue adding value into the room, and that's our goal. We're not the type who we're just going to take your money and that's it and leave you there. We're continually trying to grow it, make it better, and evolve it. So if you guys aren't familiar with who we are, look up Raiken Profit on YouTube. I've got about 700 or 800 free videos. How many videos do you have, the Bonafide Hustler, on YouTube?
About 300, 400 maybe?
300, 400. So we're not new guys on the block. We've given a lot of value. We continue to add value. And if you're looking to get around like-minded people, you want to make money with eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, Etsy, antique booths. If you want to learn about Kindle publishing, I've done it before, internet marketing. There's a lot of different things. This guy's ripped out of his mind. We want to talk more about health in the future. We want to continue to evolve and add value. That's really what it's all about. It doesn't matter what we want. It matters what you want. So if you want to join, today is the last day that you're going to be able to get in at $100 per year. We're not BSing you. We've given fair warning for a couple of weeks, and that's why we want to do this video, because we thought, I was thinking to myself, maybe it's a little unfair. We're doing all these Periscopes, we're doing emails, but we've never really, given a straightforward Q&A of what the green room is and the deal. So deal's on the table. It's a special offer, $100 last day. You could go in the description area below, hit that link, join. You go through Gumroad. You could pay with PayPal as well, and you're going to get access to all that stuff. Or if you're on the mobile device, go to RaikenProfit.com/the green room, and you're going to be grandfathered into that price for life. You want to talk to him about that real quick?
Yeah, that's right. We have systems in place, listed in place right now to, in the next 4.5 hours, that's basically the last time to get into this $100 deal. And then we're going to move the price of the green room up to $200. And we did it for several reasons, but we'll talk about that later. But for the most part, the grandfathering thing basically puts you at $100 every single year. So $100 this year, $100 next year, and the year after that, so long as the green room continues to exist. So that's the grandfathering portion of it. We really want to take care of the people that help us in this, like stage 1, basically. When stage 2 opens up, it's $200 a year. And I can tell you right now, with the growth that we've had and where we're going in life and everything, we want to take you guys with us. That's going to be its own stage as well. And that'll become 300 and 400 and 500 one day. So it's just an incremental. We want to take care of the important people that helped us and even gave us this opportunity to form this community and this culture. All right, what do we got? What's the next question here, man?
Timothy, so after we sign up, where do we see the page? Is it a sign in online? When you sign up, you're going to be given directions. You're going to have to email askgreenroom@gmail.com, and our assistant's going to help you to get in. You're just going to confirm your Facebook name and your your email, and we're going to link you up and get you in. So you should usually be in within 2 days. Again, if it's been a little longer, we apologize. We've had a lot of members join lately and hop on this deal. So we're doing the best we possibly can. Shout out to Kyle, man. Do you know who Kyle is? I met Kyle in Myrtle Beach on my vlog. I think it was like day 17.
I remember this guy.
I brought him out hustling. We didn't even know each other. We just kind of connected. I brought him out hustling to Target. He saw me stack up my cart and he goes, man, I want to get in. And he's actually a green room member now. And
I think he joined us the other day. I welcomed him yesterday. But let me read his comment. Been in the green room less than 12 hours already. Have several questions answered and items to resell.
Wow.
Awesome. Out of this world resale, laying it on thick. Hey, man, it's just like one of those blanketed approaches.
If you believe in something, honestly, there's a lot of people out there who won't sell themselves, and nobody wants to get sold. Like, I hate getting sold, and I really don't hope we're not coming off like that. But for any of you out there, if you have a membership site, a YouTube channel, if you're proud of something, if you believe in something, if you're getting messages from people saying, thank you, you're helping me, I appreciate it, then sell yourself. Everyone's got to do it once in a while. I think there's not enough people out there who are selling what they truly believe in.
Yeah, you got to have passion in what you do. We were hustling today. We were hustling yesterday. We were in pawn shops yesterday. We were at a thrift store today.
Brock Parks, what's up, man?
And we were just having fun. You know, it's still in our blood, and you know, it might morph into something else one day. We might be hustling in a different respect. But it's really fun just to go hustling and to take something that's really cheap, and it really makes you, you know, use your brain. Like when you're hustling, you're using your brain. And if it's FBA, it's more like data crunching, you know, calculations. If you're with eBay, now you're analyzing markets and you're doing condition. You're actually touching.
It's more work than people think.
Both of them are fun. I do eBay, I do FBA, I do my antique booth, which a lot of people don't do, right? But I just like it. I like it. I've watched too many American Pickers videos. I just like it. So
didn't you used to work in corporate America?
I did. I used to work in corporate America, and I got really sick of it. But that's not the reason why I went into reselling. I was always reselling when I was in corporate America. In fact, I've been reselling for the past 11 years. In the past 11 years, it was one of those things. I had a great job. I had like basically 6-figure income, right? Company car, all this amazing stuff. And I found myself just like, this is great. And I was also doing an MBA. So think about this: corporate job, doing an MBA, full-time job, full-time MBA, and still hustling. All right,
wow.
Mainly on Craigslist. But you know, it was mainly bikes, because I was just like, there's a thrill here that I really enjoy. That's why I made Bikes the Bucks, by the way. But there was that thrill, and you know, most people would be like, "Man, with that kind of thing, why don't you just sit back and, you know, get a beer and just enjoy your life?" Well, for me, I just wasn't content with that. I write about it in my book as well. So one of those things that, you know, whether you are, you know, in a job that you don't like whatsoever and it's not paying enough, like what Raiken was in, you don't want to take anyone's you know, direction from a boss or whatever, or you're in my position where you were totally well off. Just something inside goes, you know what, you're cut out for bigger, better things. You can do something. You can do anything you want in this world. And so we have the gambit covered right here. And we even have 2 admins that have part-time, well, basically full-time jobs, and they still hustle on the side. It can be done by anybody, guys.
Somebody asked about PayPal. If you use Gumroad, you can pay with PayPal. If you absolutely have a problem with Gumroad, which it's a great company, I've been using it for 2 years. They're very secure. I've never had a problem with anybody. Thousands of transactions. You could send me a private message. We could hook you up directly through PayPal. It looks like we're missing some questions, so we apologize. Florida Flanks, we apologize if we missed your question. Steve, you're looking much thinner, but hate that you are always sick. Is it because you are traveling? I'm definitely thinner. It's tough. It's tough traveling on the road all the time. But it's fun. It's rewarding. And if you guys don't know, I'm actually traveling, reselling on the road. So for any of you folks who want to travel and resell on the road, number one thing, stay healthy. I can't teach you about that lately. I keep getting sick and sick and sick. I don't know if it's just a weak immunity, but you can make money on the road. I could definitely teach you how to do that with Amazon FBA.
There's a remark right here from Julie Johnson. I only do eBay at this time, and I've learned a ton. I consider myself an expert, but have stepped out of my comfort zone to sell new things learned about in the green room. And that's what it's all about. You know, the green room, you go at your own pace, but it's hard not to step out of your comfort zone when you start seeing people doing certain things. It might be a stack of boxes. Everyone's proud of their pictures with all the boxes ready to go to UPS. You might be something totally different, electronic that they sourced at a garage sale or yard sale, and they flipped it on eBay for like tons of money. It might be even an antique, but people go there, you know, to learn different things, and you go at your own pace. No one's pushing you to go at, you know, our pace. It's a comfortable community where you can actually ask questions. You can contribute whenever you want to. It kind of goes into this next one right here, Franco Gutierrez. When I spend $100 thrifting, I usually average 1,000 in sales or 1,000%. So that's why I'm contemplating it. Hey, that's a really good turnaround. I would honestly say that if you are looking to expand your mind on items to flip, or maybe even a little bit of private label, all that kind of stuff, I'm always a firm believer that I don't know it all, okay? But I'm a yes man at the same time. So if I don't know it all, there are experiences all over that are just, you know, gracing my attention span. If I go yes to every one of them, then my life exponentially increases and I learn more. And if I hit yes again, that's what you got to do. You got to keep saying yes, yes, yes to everything and trying different things. Before you know it, you'll walk up to any garage sale, any pawn shop, you know, anywhere you go, you're going to be making money because it's all up in here. It's a
snowball effect as well. The more you learn, you might be brand spanking new and intimidated, but once you learn one thing, you say to yourself, wow, that wasn't as hard as I thought. Maybe it was just a limiting belief. And you learn that and you tackle that. And the next thing you know, you tackle another thing, you learn another thing. Before you know it, like the Bonafide says, you're walking up to a garage sale or a retail store. I mean, I still remember walking into a retail store. It was my good buddy, Tim Fisk. He lived a town over from me, and he was scanning items, and I was so intimidated, analyzing items, sales ranks, sending in my first shipment into Amazon. But once you get that momentum and you surround yourself with like-minded people, and again, it's in any group. You got to surround yourself. Whatever you do, if you're joining the green room, great. We'd love to have you there. But if you don't, get in front of the right people. Find them. Surround yourself with them.
You know, one of the craziest things that I learned from this last meetup, our micro meetup, last week, right? Last weekend, we had a micro meetup. So awesome. I think it was when we were doing the actual pawn shop event, right? So we moved about, it seemed like 15, 20 people into this pawn shop. And the night before, I was having beers with this guy named Jason Clark, and he tells me that he has an associate that he works with. He gives him all these like pamphlets and everything, and it has all these like breakdowns of like good condition, semi-good condition, great condition, of calculators, things to find in pawn shops, right? So he sends the worker out, and the person kind of sifts through everything. He knows exactly what to pay for every condition, and then he buys stuff. Now, when I was talking to Jason Clark, he also handed me his card. He's like, when I go to a pawn shop, I just straight tell him, like, look, I'm going to bundle a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to make a deal because I'm a reseller, like, or I'm a wholesaler.
I saw him do that.
And he does it,
was
right?
so straightforward. It was amazing.
Yeah, and for me, back in the day when I was doing all the bikes and everything, people figured out they figured out I was a bike reseller, but it came like down the road. I wasn't just going in there saying that kind of stuff, and it's perfectly fine to say that kind of stuff. So I even learned, I myself as an expert even learned at that meetup that, you know what, like, why dance around that odd little question, you know, or like, hey, can I help you find anything? I'll tell you what, you know, I'm actually a reseller. I'm gonna look for some really cool stuff. I'm gonna bundle this together, and you and I we're gonna work a deal at the end of this.
That was
that guy was so like, he was so excited.
Did you see what he got?
Yeah, he got a bunch of stuff.
He got a bunch of calculators for like 30 something each. TA89 titaniums. They're going for like 90 plus right now. Question coming in. Sorry to interrupt you, but this is a good question from Kelly. Shout out to Kelly Roberts. She's killing it with Kindle Publishing. Question. Sorry if this has been answered. If I no longer resell, should I renew my green room membership? What's your honest thoughts on that?
Okay, if you no longer resell, should you renew the membership? I think there's always really good ideas going out in the green room, whether it's, you know, we even had something like a lottery pool the other day, which was gigantic. But anyway, that's aside the fact. There's some things going on in the background of the green room that that I think is completely out of reselling. It's pretty cool. Maybe even the flipping of like tickets, you know, like Bieber tickets, adult tickets, like cool stuff like that. But let's talk about maybe the 3.0 green room, which might occur in about a year. You know, Steve and I have been a really positive force in the community, showing our lifestyles behind the hustle, right? The lifestyles behind all the reselling. So all the craziness that you see in my videos, all the, you know, the attitude and all that kind of stuff, it's not because Steve and I are just hooked up on caffeine and, you know, whatever, goodies powder, and we feel no pain. It's because we really believe that life is this gigantic experience, and you got to go out there and really carve your own life for yourself. So when you watch my videos, you get this crazy spin of like, wow, like his life is crazy. But it's not that crazy. I just said yes to a lot of things, and I feel as if I have a lot to offer people out there when it comes to fitness, motivation, life support, happiness, all that kind of stuff. In the green room, that's why when we started this show, when someone said, what's in the green room, what's the best benefit? It's not limited to reselling, all right? And that's what 3.0 is going to be about. Green Room 3.0, the third stage, is going to have some of that stuff in there, the thing that you see on Steve's Periscopes. You know, all this weird stuff, the green smoothies, the lifestyle stuff.
Wheatgrass shots.
We got to make sure that you guys, you know, you have to be, to me, when you're rich, you have to be rich internally, not money, but rich internally. You have to feel good, content. When you wake up, you're like, I feel good, I can do anything. So that has nothing to do with money. So if you feel like that internally, you can achieve anything, and the money will come.
We also got a question coming in. Hey, I have a question. Why don't you go? I don't know if she's talking to us or JJ. I'm sorry. Why don't you go to the Goodwill Outlets more often? They are gold mines if you look close. I go as much as I possibly can. I know Chris and I and the other admins as well, we're very diverse. So for example, not only are we going to thrift stores, which are great, Goodwill, Salvation Armies, Savers, but I know we're both very big into pawn shops. Over the last couple of months with Christmas time upon us, retail arbitrage was an amazing opportunity. So we were at a lot of big box stores. I'm not sure if you do any online arbitrage. I don't do much. But we're also running the green room. We have multiple streams of income, different commitments and stuff in terms of business. So it's a little challenging at times to go more when you have so many different opportunities. And you guys are going to see the same thing. For example, I've been in it for 3 years. He's been in it 11 years. Once you get past that 1 year opportunity, you're going to start learning about all these things, and you're going to be like, what do I do, right? Do I do garage sales? Do I do thrift stores? Do I do this? Do I do that? And sometimes you bounce around. So I still go to my fair share of Goodwills, But there's so many opportunities out there, guys. Do not ever think to yourself there's no opportunities. Don't ever believe that there's too much competition or there's no money to be made. There's so many. There's so many.
I'll tell you right now, today, I'll talk about opportunity right now. Classic example. Steve and I go hit a Goodwill. We got some cool stuff put on Periscope. If you watch our Periscope, you know exactly what we're talking about. Popped on some things that were like $4. I think the resale is about 100 or 200 on these like certain items. But if you watch the Periscope, you know exactly what we're talking about. We didn't film today. We're sorry. But we went to a Play It Again Sports. So here we had.
Oh my gosh.
We had.
See it on Snapchat. Follow me on Snapchat at Raiken Profit. I documented the whole deal go down. Keep going. I'm sorry.
We go eat Japanese food. Some, you know, we kept it healthy. We kept it with brown rice. You know, we don't just show you guys Periscope and then we go eat junk food in the background. No, we really eat well all the time down here. So we were doing that, and we, you know, when we were getting out of the parking lot of Zen Japanese food, we could have taken a right, gone home, got our workout done, everything. Or we could have taken a left and spent an extra 5 minutes of our day going to a place, a consignment store. It's called Play It Again Sports. Now, you might not know it's a consignment store, but you can actually consign sporting goods there. So I go there, and I'm like, Steve, let me just see if I have a check. Because there's so much stuff over there, right? I just consign it over there. So I go in there, ask the guy, hey.
That's a great tip in itself.
Oh,
I didn't know about that. Anyways, keep going.
So we go out there, some bikes outside the front door. I was like, oh my God, that's a Cannondale. This thing's got to be $200. I look at the price tag, $129.99. I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. Paint in good condition, everything.
I saw your eyes light up.
Oh man, you see Bikes to Bucks, you know the exact checklist I'm going through. All right. So then I walk in, I'm like, hey, do you guys have a check for me? And the guy was like, yeah, we have a check, and then blah, blah, blah. And then I go, you know what? I see a bike out there that I want. And I know you guys negotiate on prices. I used to buy some weights from you guys. And basically what happened is I got the bike for $80 out the door, a Cannondale mountain bike with a head shock. So it's so cool. I mean, the opportunities are endless. This bike probably has resale about $200 to $300 in town. And that's basically what it is. 5 minutes of my time. And look how much more money I made.
Treehouse Kings is asking, can you please answer my question? But they didn't state the question, so we apologize if the feed's going by so quick right now. Somebody asked, should you start up an LLC for your Amazon FBA business? I'd recommend that you do. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not giving you legal advice, but I have personally, and an LLC will protect you in the event that you get sued. So instead of someone taking everything you own personally through your own name, they only go through the business, and there's also some tax breaks and stuff too, but definitely talk to a lawyer or a CPA. My Snapchat is Raiken Profit. So if you want to see the Bonafide Hustlers bike find today, I tried to get the negotiation in line, but my internet wasn't working when I was trying to Periscope it. Let's see. What is Periscope, man? What is Periscope? You guys got to get on Periscope.
Periscope is one of these apps that when I get on my phone and I open up a Periscope, it shows me live in whatever I'm doing, right? Okay, I'm not doing anything weird, but I'm doing always something cool. And it could be riding a bike. It could be like, you're just looking at my daily life. Now, bring this Periscope into like Goodwills. We do some things like that where we show the riders in the car that we're with. But it allows you to engage with us by tapping on the screen, giving us like thumbs up. They're called hearts. Or you can comment on the screen directly and you're seeing me in real time. Like I can read your comment out. I can answer your question right there. So that's what Periscope is. It's a live streaming app, like directly you're seeing Bonafide Hustler lifestyle.
And someone was asking about ungating as well a while back, and I want to touch on that. If you do join, I cut this off a couple weeks ago, and so many people were asking. I opened it back up for the Green Room members. If you want to get ungated, if you're selling on Amazon FBA and you want to get ungated in clothing, if you want to get ungated in shoes, if you want to get ungated in handbags, and I believe it's watches.
Sunglasses, watches, all that kind of stuff.
When you join the Green Room, we're going to send you a file, and that's going to walk you through the exact steps for getting ungated in those categories. If you're thinking to yourself, what does this mean? It pretty much means if you want to sell shoes, clothing, luggage, all these different things, you have to get ungated. We've got a file just for you to get ungated in clothing and shoes. If you want to get ungated in, I believe, jewelry, watches, luggage, there's a few others, send us a message and we'll help walk you through that as well. But now's the time to get ungated. But that's another deal. Again, check the description area, guys. It's there's a join the Green Room here link. Click on that. Get in before tomorrow, because tomorrow the price is going up to $200 and it ain't going back. You will get grandfathered in for the $100 for life if your membership doesn't lapse. You will get access to the free Facebook group, to all the books that we have. You will get access to our meetups, our paid meetups, private shows, training videos. You'll get ungated, like I said. And you'll get access to a community that's not only going to help you to save time and avoid mistakes, but help you to make more money and really get your mindset on the right path. So, Raiken, do you want to record some vocals out of song? Hey, if I have to.
Here's one. It's kind of a remark, not really a question. I would join, but I don't do Facebook. Well, as of right now, it's kind of unfortunate. However, when the website is built, we do aim to bring a majority of our value proposition over to our site. So when you see the site live and you hear word of the site live, then that might be the chance to do that.
One thing you can also do as well, because I have a really good friend of mine who's really against having their privacy violated and stuff. And sometimes that's how it is with Facebook a little bit. Sometimes some people they avoid it for one reason or another. I'm not sure if it's privacy or just technology. You could actually open up a Facebook. And if you want help with this, send me a private message. You could open up a Facebook with a different name and even a stock picture. And there's people who do that because maybe their job or maybe they have a family and they want to protect themselves. So feel free, if you're gonna make payment in your name, send us a private message, say, hey, I don't want my real name out there. I'm gonna use a stock photo and all that. And we'll keep all your information is confidential. We'll never share it. So you can always open up a Facebook that just is a whole different name and keep your identity, which isn't a bad idea for anybody, to be honest with you.
People want, their privacy. It's not a big deal.
Ray can be cutting off Bonafide, man. You go.
No, I'm pretty much good. So I guess that's pretty much it. We want to wrap up this Q&A. I think this was the best way to do it because we were answering so many questions on Periscopes and all this kind of stuff. And to the point where, you know what, it made sense to do one last show like this. And of course, there's going to be one like this at the end of the stage 2 thing, the stage 3 thing. We really believe in this company. We love hustling. We love really helping people achieve the best in their own life. So like I said, it's reselling mainly right now, but not limited to it. So if I can give you guys that much as a hint, we will, if there are any more questions, we'll answer real quick, but we got to get out of here and prepare for tomorrow and the next day.
Chevy, send us a private message if you can. What do I do? Use a different email. You could try using a different email or try signing out and signing in again with Gumroad. I know sometimes that's an issue, but again, send us a private message. We'll help you out. Do you have to pay via Gumroad? If you pay via Gumroad, there is a PayPal option once you get to that section. So put in your information, and there's a PayPal section as well. Chevy and First, send me a private message. You can send us a private message at askgreenroom@gmail.com. That's askgreenroom@gmail.com. And I'll be in those comments, those emails right after this, answering any questions, helping anybody out. Which question are you talking about?
Josh, that's a remark. I'll have to watch the Lego video. We're really proud about that video yesterday. It was a great show, even despite 2 technical difficulties. One of the most amazing green room shows we ever had. It's free. Go check it out on my channel.
I'll link to that as well after this. But we appreciate it, guys. But again, join the green room. We'd love to have you here, have you a part of the family. Timothy Grapp real quick says, I did $19,997 in sales on Amazon last year. Learning a lot from both of your videos. Thank you. So if I could learn more from the green room, then why not, for real?
Yep. There you go.
Listen to the comments, guys. Check out the comments. Let the members speak for themselves. I think, that's really the most important. And when do people think? Wait, when do you think everyone?
Let me answer this one right quick. When do we think everyone who signed up a few days ago will be accepted? We are really thinking about the next 24 to 48 hours. You can think of this as like the line outside the club, right? Right now, the club is hacked, and we're trying to carve out a section to let everyone in. But the bouncer at the door isn't trained all the way yet, right? So the bouncer, who is our VA, all right, she's going through ongoing training. But as you guys know, VAs are in different countries, and like I said, our expertise is not in performing the gatekeeper thing for the members. It's giving the content, driving the content forward. So we outsourced the gatekeeping option.
And I'm in there as well, helping her out. But there's so many members joining in. You have to confirm Gumroad emails and payments. So we're doing the best. Everything should be all set within the next day or 2 for sure. And again, we're not hard to get a hold of. You can find us on Facebook, on YouTube, askgreenroom@gmail.com. We're here. We're Snapchatting. We're Periscoping. We're YouTubing. We're here to help you out. So again, we look forward to seeing you in the inside. Today's the last day to get the $100 deal. Click the link below or go to RaikenProfit.com/thegreenroom. And we appreciate you all. We love you all, and we wish you the best. We'll see you inside, and bye.